just based on some simple mathematics of his own, he thinks that there's almost absolutely no way the child will be his. I think it would have required a gestational period of like 13 months, is what he's thinking. That being said, Judge, based on Ms. Wall's comments, I'd like to remind everyone that right now he is the non-offending parent, and if we're making determinations of supervised visits only and things like that, I don't know that that's appropriate without a hearing to determine what kind of visitation he can or should have in the event that he does come back as the father.
Interest of Violet Velarde. We're here on a status hearing. We're conducting this through Zoom.
Jay Michelson on behalf of the father, Lorenzo Velarde. He is present and we're ready.
So since the court report was filed, parents have had a visit with Violet. That was last Thursday down in Houston. I was there to supervise it. Violet's had her tracheostomy procedure and she is doing really well since then. They're working on weaning her off of the oxygen and helping her kind of start to learn how to breathe with that tracheostomy machine. She's doing very well. We're waiting on that incision site to heal as well. Once she's ready for discharge, she will be going to the PMN home down there in Houston. Parents have signed and agreed to work their services. And I believe they've initiated and scheduled most of those at this time.
Ms. Brown, has there been any other developments in this case?
Yes. So over this past weekend, Lorenzo was arrested on assault charges.
Okay.
I believe he was released yesterday or today. I'm not sure which day.
Okay. And were those allegations against mom in this case?
Yes.
To your understanding?
To my understanding, yes.
Okay.
It's over there.
Are they?
Turn. There.
Okay, Ms. Renteria, I'm going to mute you because we're getting background noise from your device.
Ms. Brown, are they still living together? Are they together? Do you know?
According to Ruby, they are not together.
Okay. All right. And do you know, was he just arrested on one charge, multiple charges? Do you know?
I believe it was 2.
Okay. Looks like there was a terroristic threat of a household family member and an assault family member impeding breath case, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And prior to that, back in September, Mr. Lorenzo was also arrested for a driving while intoxicated misdemeanor case.
That's correct.
Okay. And those are all still pending charges, correct?
Yes.
Okay. But outside of that, parents have signed family plans. Family plans have been filed with the court. And you said parents have been starting to set those up.
That's correct.
Okay. Has the doctors given any sort of what it looks like as far as discharge, like how long that would be?
No, they've said that it's really up to Violet. It kind of depends on how well she does off of the oxygen and how quickly that incision site heals.
Okay. Outside, are you asking for any drug screens today?
Yes, we're asking for UA and hair follicle for both parents. And then given the circumstances over this weekend, we're going to request that Lorenzo complete a domestic violence class, a BIT program as well.
Okay. So you would ask the court to add that to the service plans that are already filed?
That's correct.
Okay. Are you with the drug screen? Are you just asking for drug screens, or are you asking for alcohol screens also?
Just drug screens at this moment.
Okay. All right. Anything else to update or the request from the court today?
That's it.
Okay. But child is improving and looks like doing better.
Yes, she looks fantastic.
Good deal. Thank you. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Quick clarifications. I was having some trouble hearing you, Mr. Trout, once or twice. All right, is the department asking for UAN hair?
Yes, ma'am. UA and hair just for drugs. We're not asking for alcohol screens at this time.
Okay. And then also you're asking for the family plan to be amended for father to include BIP or, okay.
Yes.
BIP?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay, then, Ms. Sapien,
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Brown, Ms. Renteria completed a drug screen. She already completed one this month. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Why the additional drug screen?
Well, I wanted a hair follicle. The UA she was able to get done for this month. I ordered it in, I think, at the very end of October, and she completed it that following Monday. So that's why it was a November UA. I'm good if she just does the hair follicle for November.
Okay. Do you have concerns that she's using narcotics?
It's just to rule it out. I want to make sure because the hair follicle goes back a little bit further than a UA does.
Okay. So do you need another UA this month?
I'm good with just the hair follicle.
And Ms. Renteria has been keeping in contact with you and updated on her relationship and living status.
Yes.
Okay. I have no further questions.
Mr. Michelson.
Thank you. You previously testified that you believe that Mr. Velarde had already initiated his services. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And could you give me a general overview of the services that he's initiated?
The ones that are required of him, I know he's made a few phone calls, so I'm not sure which ones are actually scheduled. But his service plan's asking for parenting classes, the BIT program now, drug screens, an OSAR assessment, a psychological, and RBT.
Okay. And has he been in contact with the department?
He has.
Okay. And has he been cooperative?
Yes.
Okay. And with respect to his drug screens, did he participate in drug screening?
Yes, he did as
Okay.
well.
Okay. And was that result negative?
Yes, I believe it was a negative dilute.
Okay. And is there any reason for him to do an additional UA?
Not this month. No, the hair follicle is fine for him as well.
Okay. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Zavala, any questions?
No questions, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Ms. Sapien, anything to report today?
No, Judge, unless Ruby has anything to add.
Ms. Renteria, anything you need to talk about today?
She fell
Okay.
out on my screen.
We've
Your Honor.
lost her. Let me move to Mr. Michelson or anything on behalf of your client today.
I don't have anything new to report unless Lorenzo does, but I would caution him against saying anything about anything related to his charges.
No, ma'am, it's okay.
All right. All right, I haven't, she's not logged back in, so Ms. Sapien, I guess if there's something that needs to be taken up with Ms. Brown, you'll let her know.
I will, Your Honor, and Ruby's been in contact with my office, and there's no concerns that I can think to bring right now.
All right, and Ms. Zavala?
Judge, if I may, before Ms. Zavala, real quick, just with Mr. Velarde, I don't really want to ask me anything about his charges. I just want to see if there was a MOAP put in place or bond conditions, because I'm not seeing them in Odyssey yet. Just to make sure we don't cross any lines between him and mom, if there's any protective orders or anything.
All right, Mr. Velarde, is there a no contact order between you and Ms. Renteria?
At the moment, yes, ma'am.
Is that a bond condition?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Mr. Velarde, was there also a magistration's order of emergency protection put in place that lasts 60 or 90 days?
I believe so.
Okay. And I'll try to pull those, Your Honor. I'm just not seeing them right now. But Ms. Brown, if we have any crossover where parents are on a visit together or something like that, we just need to be careful with those so they don't violate bond conditions. That's all I got.
Okay, all right, Ms. Zavala?
Your Honor, Violet appears to be getting very good care in the hospital. And I know everybody's just waiting for her to be able to be discharged. I know there's a placement lined up for her with medical training. I also understand that the parents got to have a good long in-person visit with her. So I do recommend that the placement that has been found for her, that become her placement once she's able to be discharged.
Thank you. All right, then, today I'm going to order that mother and father both go hair test. I'm going to order that Mr. Velarde test before 4 p.m. today. And I'm going to request that mother go tomorrow morning before noon so as to avoid crossover with them at the lab facility. I will amend father's family plan of service to include BIP based on the recent events and based on a lot of the reasons for removal. I find a continuing danger to return the child home to parents at this time. I'll continue the department as temporary managing conservator, and I will approve the child's placement upon discharge from the hospital. Our next hearing is going to be March 12th of 2026, and that'll be on a 9 o'clock docket. Ms. Renteria is logged back in with us, so I want to admonish parents. I'm going to make these service plans in order of the court, so I do expect you to abide by that, and I do expect you to work your services. That is the way that you can demonstrate to the court that you've learned from your mistakes and that you're ready to provide a safe and stable, secure home for the child. All right, I'll see everybody back March 12th.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge. May be excused.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Courtney.
All right, at this time, I'll call cause number 100341-2 in the interest of Tara Wall. We're here today for our status hearing. We are conducting this through Zoom, and we are live streaming. I'm recording this to the Zoom cloud. I'm in between court reporters on this docket right now, so if you need a copy, let us know. All right, we'll go ahead and take announcements.
Daniel Trout for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. Angela Tidwell is the permanency specialist. We're present, ready, Your Honor.
Savannah Kincaid, I represent Ms. Wall. I'm present. It's my understanding that my client is currently at the pavilion. I know that the worker sent a link, but the link came back undeliverable, so I don't anticipate her being here this morning.
Gary,
I'll hold the guardian ad litem for Carmen Wall.
Gary Morales for respondent, alleged father, Bryson McNett. He is present, Your Honor. We're ready.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of the child.
Do we have a name of any case manager or somebody that might be logged in? Ms. Tidwell?
Yes, I was finally able to get her the link, and it's Kaylee Cooper with Northwest Texas Hospital.
All right, I'm letting them in right now.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I wondered about that, so great. Okay, Ms. Cooper, can you unmute? Thank you. All right. We've got Ms. Wall present?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, then. Ms. Tidwell, anything? Well, let me swear you in first. You promised to tell the truth today.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
all right, Ms. Tidwell, if you want to give us an update since your court report was filed.
Yes, ma'am. Since the filing of the court report, Mr. McNett and Tara Wall were both able to attend their paternity testing yesterday on November 12th. Also, since the filing of the report, there's been a home study that has come back on Brianna Lewis and Nathan Lewis. They are Carmen's cousins for possible placement for Tara Wall. And that should be getting approved because she's currently in a foster home and we would like to get her in a kinship home. And then I would say the biggest update would be I was able to get visits set up for Carmen and Tara in Lubbock, where Tara is placed. And on October 30th, we had that first visit. And then after that visit, I'm not exactly sure what occurred, but I was notified that Carmen had ingested some Tylenol and was airbagged from Borger to Northwest Texas Hospital, where she is currently at now.
I will say, my mother decided, which Judge Baker, you were aware of Eliza and her shenanigans. She felt the necessary need to show my kid's face off to random people and an entire biker gang. So me and her got into a fight.
Okay, Ms. Wall, hang on just a second. Let me let Ms. Tidwell finish and then I'll get to you and your attorney both, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, Ms. Tidwell, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. That is all the updates that I have currently. I can say that I had met with Carmen. She was willing to work services, and Bryson, I've met with him as well. And he's not willing to work services until we get the results back for the paternity test.
Ms. Tidwell, both parents signed the service plans when they were filed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And at this time, Ms. Wall, where she is right now, not able to really work services unless they provide something there. But if she gets kind of leveled out and can come out, we're to ask for that she cooperate and work services at that point.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And once we find out on the paternity testing, if it comes back that Mr. McNett is the father, he's willing to work with us at that point.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there anything else asking the court for today?
There's nothing else we're asking for other than to make the family plan of service an order of the court.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Kincaid, do you have any questions?
Do you know an anticipated release date for Miss Wall?
When I spoke with her on Monday, she thought that she would be out by now. When I spoke with her this morning, she stated she's not sure when she will be released.
Okay. Whenever she does get out, if you have contact with her, can you forward me a phone number in case it does change?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Miss Tidwell stayed in contact. We were just trying to track down where Miss Wall was this week. I thought she was out yesterday. So, but I appreciate the cooperation from Miss Tidwell.
All right, Mr. Morales, any questions?
No questions, Judge.
Okay, and Ms. Naranjo, do you have any questions?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Zavala, any questions?
The only question I had was as to the home study. So I would just ask that when it's completed, if you could forward it my way, but that sounds great.
Yes, ma'am.
Nothing further.
All right. Okay, Ms. Kincaid, anything to report? Ms. Wall obviously had some things she wanted to talk about, but anything to report?
No, Your Honor, I don't. I know that the court is running behind. I'd really appreciate it if I could talk with Ms. Wall before we get into too much because I don't know what the updates would be, but I understand that the court is behind today.
Yeah, let's just stick to what we're here for today, which is about service plans. So did y'all have any questions or concerns about the service plan that was filed?
I don't, Your Honor. I think that Mr. Ronho had expressed at the last hearing that, you know, it'd be good to get Ms. Wall stabilized before there are too many services that are required of her. But I haven't been able to have contact with Ms. Wall to discuss, any concerns she may have with working those services.
I can certainly put you, Ms. Naranjo, as well in a breakout room when we conclude this hearing and let you all have a little bit of time to talk since we've got her logged in. Would that be helpful?
Yes, Your Honor, it would be.
Okay. All right. So, Ms. Wall, what we're really here to cover today is just about your service plan. And have you had a chance to go over that?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
Okay.
Uh,
Do you have any questions about any of those specific services?
No, ma'am, I do not. I would just petition the court for Bryson not being able to see because he is violent and very violent with me. And while I was pregnant, he was very violent with me.
Okay, well, he's indicated he doesn't really want to work any services until we get the genetic testing back.
Yeah.
So that's a bridge we cross when that happens. Any contact he would have right now would be supervised, obviously. So we won't. We're not going to put the child in any situation of danger at this time. We're not ever going to do that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I will be attending either the Haven, the Downtown Women's, or Faith City Mission for the next 2 years of rehab. And they do know that I am fighting for custody of my daughter. And I have already signed up for Love and Logic with Monica and will be doing the full entire 12 weeks, not the 8 hours. And I will be doing anger management with Troy Timmons, counseling with the Jennings, and I will be doing personal counseling with No International Boundaries off of Grand for spiritual counseling as well. I will do all services. I will do all drug tests, which I did have a clean drug test already. Bryson will not. He is a pot and alcohol enthusiast. I probably said that wrong, but
that's okay.
Yeah.
But you worry about you right now, not him.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So it sounds like you've got a plan. Stick to that, and just let's concentrate really hard on you getting stable, and we'll start working the services as soon as you can.
Yes, ma'am. I will.
All right. Okay, Mr. Morales, anything else today?
No, Your Honor, just that Mr. McNett wanted me to let the court know that he's doesn't want to appear difficult with not starting the services, just based on some simple mathematics of his own. He thinks that there's almost absolutely no way the child will be his. I think it would have required a gestational period of like 13 months is what he's thinking. That being said, Judge, based on Ms. Wall's comments, I'd like to remind everyone that right now he is the non-offending parent. And if we're making determinations of supervised visits only and things like that, I don't know that that's appropriate without a hearing to determine what kind of visitation he can or should have in the event that he does come back as the father.
I understand. I mean, he's an alleged father at this point in time.
Absolutely.
And obviously, since I authorized the removal and we're here for a status hearing, everybody's access to the child is going to be supervised at this time. So
Sure.
we'll see what the results come back and go from there. Okay, Ms. Naranjo, I apologize. I skipped over you. Let me get back to you.
You're fine, Judge. As far as recommendation for Carmen, I do think it's in her best interest that we hold off on services until at least she's released for the pavilion. So at least hopefully being released for the pavilion shows that she's got some stability so that she'd have the ability to work services and actually learn from the programs.
And there may be some things that she can do while she's there that will help count towards some of our services. So, any counseling, those kinds of things. So, okay.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, then, Ms. Zavala.
I just couldn't get it to unmute. Your Honor, the child's doing really well in placement in Lubbock. I'm glad to hear that there's a home study in process. However, until that happens, she is safe and is doing well in placement. They're making sure she's getting to all medical and doing everything she needs at this point. So I do recommend that continue.
All right, thank you. All right, then today I do find there would be a continuing danger to return the child home at this time. I'm going to order the service plans as an order of the court. We will continue the department as temporary managing conservator, and I'm going to continue the child's current placement. If the home study is approved, this sounds like a good move and a good thing for everyone. So as long as Ms. Zavala has no problems with that or anything, then I'll, allow St. Francis to go ahead and move the child at that time. If there is a problem, you all know how to contact us, and we can always have a hearing or some email discussion about it. So, okay. All right. I'll see everybody back March 12th, 2026 on a 9 o'clock docket. Okay, Carmen, take care of yourself first. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
One step at a time. Okay. All right. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Judge. Can I still
Yeah.
get that breakout room?
I'm gonna set you all up in a breakout room.
Thank you.
Just 2 seconds to get that set up. I'm gonna assign y'all to room 2. So, Carmen, you're gonna get a prompt here. Let's see, to go to room 2, and when you get that, then you can just say join.
All right.
In the interest of Brian Douglas Eben, we're here for a status hearing. We're conducting this through Zoom. We are live streaming, and Ms. Boyd is making our record this morning. All right, we'll go ahead and take announcements.
Daniel Trout for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. Shelby Brady is the permanency specialist. We're present ready, Your Honor.
Meredith Graff appearing for Pamela Oakley, the mother, and I'm present and ready. Ms. Oakley is in treatment, so she will not be present. She's still in her blackout period.
Brooks Barfield, ad litem for the child, present and ready.
And Your Honor, I received a signature from Mr. Hammond's dad's attorney on this case.
And okay, Ms. Brady, are you going to give us the update?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Raise your right hand. You solemnly promise to tell us the truth today.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Anything new since your court report was filed?
Brian has switched to a new school, Cook Elementary. It's a specialized school to help him and provide more specialized care for him. Pamela has went to Starlight Recovery Center in Center Point, Texas, for her treatment. And Dad has also asked if his rights were previously terminated, possibly, that he thought his rights may have been terminated in a previous case.
All right, say that one more time. It's kind of static. No, it's okay.
Dad had asked if his rights were possibly terminated in the previous case from whenever he was younger. From whenever Brian was younger.
All right, we'll check on that, but
he said that he wants to be in Brian's life, but just that he wasn't sure if he still had rights or not. And so he was a little bit confused at our last conversation about the family plan and everything. He said that he wants to get out of jail and do better, but that and be in Brian's life, but that he doesn't know that.
all right, well, we'll have everybody. Looks like Mr. Trout's looking, and I imagine Miss Katie's looking, but okay.
Judge, I'll say the last order I see was from 2019. He was given possessory conservatorship at that time. He was not terminated on.
All right, so that's the answer. His rights were not terminated.
Yes. Okay. I was thinking that was more so the case because he said he hadn't received any documentation about it. So, other than that, Brian is still having a lot of behaviors, but his medicine's being reevaluated and it's helping a little bit with his behaviors, and placement is working on continuing to navigate those behaviors and helping him.
All right. Okay, Ms. Graff, you have any questions today?
I just didn't get information that's up to date from Ms. Brady, whether my client finally did sign the plan of service for her services. Could you let us know whether she did before she went into treatment?
Let me verify that she signed.
I'm showing that she signed on October 29th.
Okay, yes. I was like, I did file it with the court. So
great. I'm glad to hear that.
Yes.
Will she be able to get any of those services, such as parenting classes, in her treatment program, or will she need to wait till she gets out?
I do not know the specifics of her treatment program. I have called and they said that they could not confirm or deny if she was there right now. And so I will be trying to get in contact again to get more information about what she's able to do.
Okay, great. Thank you. With that information, Mr. Trout, I will approve the form of the order with any updates that need to be in there regarding my client being in treatment, and also having signed the plan of service.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, and Mr. Hammonds is not present, but did Mr. even sign his family plan yet?
No, ma'am. They've been filed. They have not been signed. I believe they've been sent to them, but in your honor, Ms. Wall is back in.
Okay, Ms. Wall, I'll go ahead and remove you. You're free to go. All right, I thought she said mom had signed hers.
Excuse me. I thought you asked Dad. Mom has signed. Dad has not.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
But I thought you referred to them plurally, that they had not been signed.
No,
So,
no,
okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. Okay. Then Mr. Barfield?
Your Honor, I just need to ask, what type of specific medications is Brian Jr. on?
Okay, let me get them. He is on 3 medications. They are they're clonidine at 0.1 milligram. Sorry, I don't know the pronunciation of them exactly, but Depakote, Depakote, and that's at 125 milligrams. And then Atomoxetine, Atomoxetine at 40 milligrams.
Okay, so he is on psychotropic medications.
Yes.
Okay, okay. All right. And you said he started a new elementary school. Was that this week, or when do you know when that was?
Cook Elementary, he started on December 31st.
Oh, okay.
Or not December, I'm so sorry, October 31st.
Okay, I was going to say, well, it's been there. Okay, October 31st. Okay, thank you very much. All right, that's all the questions that I have. That's all the questions that I have, Judge.
All right, then. Okay. Mr. Barfield, do you have a recommendation today?
I do, Your Honor. I recommend placement continue, that the department remain temporary managing conservator in this case, and that the service plans be enacted as an order of the court.
All right, sir. Thank you. All right, then today I'm going to find a continuing danger to return the child to either parent. And in fact, probably would be an impossibility since mom is in rehab and dad is in jail. So I'm going to order their service plans as an order of the court. And I'm going to continue the child's current placement and continue the department as temporary managing conservator. Okay, our initial perm is set for March 12th, 2026 on a 9 o'clock docket.
Thank you.
See y'all then. Thank you.
Thank you,
Sorry
Judge.
I'm so behind. Appreciate your patience.
Thank you so much. I'll see you at the next hearing, but not with one in between, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sounds good. Okay, then I will call cause number 99657-1 in the interest of Asher Meeks. We're here today scheduled for a review hearing. We're conducting this through Zoom. We are live streaming. Ms. Boyd is making our record for us. Okay, we'll go ahead and take announcements.
Daniel Trout with the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. Heidi Elliott is the permanency specialist. We're present and ready on.
Brooks Barfield for mom Tessa Helms. We were both present and ready.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of the child.
All right, thank you. Okay, Ms. Elliott, if you'll unmute and raise your right hand, you promise to tell the truth today.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, then, if you want to go ahead and tell us anything new since you filed the court report.
Well, Asher is now crawling everywhere and he can sit up unassisted. He's doing really well. He's bonded with placement. Tessa had told me she has called Texas Panhandle Centers to get set up to go back through intake, and she was waiting for a phone call for an appointment. I have reached out to them yesterday and this morning, and I left a message, and I haven't heard back to whether or not she had actually called. So I'm not for sure until I hear back from them. That's really the only updates.
Ms. Elliott, your report states that mom sent you her payment stub for employment back in March. You hadn't received any more. Have you verified that mom working?
Yes, she is working. Tessa is going to, she had told me yesterday she's going to scan me her last 4 check stubs. I just haven't received them yet.
Okay. And where is she working?
Sonic.
Okay. All right. And it's the same job she's held since March?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it's been steady employment.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about, I know there's concerns on the living situations. Where is she still living? Same home, same people?
Yes, sir.
They're still concerned with CPS history with the people that mom lives with, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you and mom had any more discussions about that?
Not since the last home visit, sir.
Okay. When was the last home visit?
I can't remember exact date, but it was last month.
Okay. And how did that conversation go as far as the living situation? What are we looking at?
She still doesn't see any issues with it.
Okay. All right. I noticed mom's tested clean throughout this case, but she no-showed the last. Do you know why she no-showed in October?
No, sir.
Okay. Have you tried to send again in November or the end of October?
No, sir. I'm planning on sending her next week.
Okay. All right. Do you want to go ahead and ask for that to be done today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Your Honor, we'd ask for the hair follicle and UAs to be done today. Anything else you need to update the court on or request from the court today?
No, sir.
Okay. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Excuse me. All right, Mr. Barfield, any questions?
Just briefly, Your Honor. Miss Elliott, how are the visits going?
With Asher, they're going really well.
Okay, good, good. Has mom made all the visits?
Yes, sir. She
Okay,
was scheduled for a visit today, but since court is taking place, she's scheduled for a 4-hour visit Saturday, and I'll be watching that visit.
okay, all right, very good. All right. I don't have anything else. And unless at this particular time, unless Tessa has any issues at this particular time.
Ms. Helms, any questions?
Sorry, it was asking me a question. Um, as in regards to the CPS history, there are children still in the home, even with the prior CPS history. So I'm not sure why it would be a concern due to the fact that if the house was unsafe for my child, why would it be why is it safe for the children that are here now?
Ms. Elliott?
And yes, let me just phrase that as a question to Miss Elliott, Judge. Miss Elliott, why is that a concern?
Because one of them was a sexual abuse charge or reason to believe, and we just have concerns.
Okay. But again, those concerns have not risen to the level of any type of removal on anyone living in that home. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Ms. Elliott, did you have anything to do with that case or work that case at the time?
No, sir, I did not.
Okay.
I have
And
not.
that's some prior history?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're currently working the case with Ms. Helms, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so the concerns are where the department would place the children in a home with that type of history.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I'll pass witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Zavala?
So that CPS history is sexual abuse of a minor?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so the concern is placing a nonverbal child in a home with a non-relative who has those types of findings?
Yes.
Do you have any information about the other children in the home?
No, ma'am.
Other than that CPS history, do other residents in the home have concerning CPS history?
Yes, ma'am.
What is that history?
It is physical abuse and neglect.
Okay. How many other adults are in the home?
There are 3.
And does every adult in the home have CPS findings?
Just 2 of them.
2 out of the 3 or 4?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Is it 3 with Miss Helms or 4 with Miss Helms?
3 with Miss Helms.
Got it. Okay. No further questions.
All right. Anybody have any further questions for Ms. Elliott?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Zavala, do you have a recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. The child's doing very well at this time, and I do recommend that current placement continue.
All right, thank you. Ms. Elliott, if you said, I may have missed it, but do you consider that Ms. Helms is in compliance with her service plan?
Except for the Texas Panhandle Centers, we're still lacking that, but everything else is complete.
All right. And then the concerns about where she lives.
Yes, sir. No, yes, ma'am.
All right, then I will order Ms. Helms to go do her hair and a UA today before 4 p.m. Can you get there today, Ms. Helms?
Yes.
Find that there would be a continuing danger to return the child home to the mother at this time or to the father. I find mom is in partial compliance. Find that father is not in compliance. I will continue the department as temporary managing conservator and continue the child's current placement. We are scheduled for our final in this case on January 27th of 2026. That will be on a 9 o'clock docket. So, Ms. Helms, it's really imperative you get this TPC thing handled as quickly as possible. And I feel strongly you need to look at alternative housing. I think this is going to continue to be a concern and continue to be, a point of discussion. And, you can discuss that with your attorney, but I think it's something you ought to give serious thought to.
Yes, ma'am. On the concerns of sexual abuse, they are only allegations. There was no findings, and the person that they are against is the one who currently has the primary custody of the children that are currently living in the home because of the no findings.
I understand all that, and I understand what Mr. Barfield's questions were in relation to, and I get all of that. I'm just saying I think there's some other concerns there. It's also just a number of people, and an issue of you being able to provide stable housing for the child on your own, So there are other things that relate to a concern about your housing other than all of these people's prior CPS history. So
I wouldn't think it would be a concern of how many people if I can do
Judge,
it.
we'll set a meeting and I'll
I'm not
talk to
gonna
her
argue.
about that. I'll talk to Tessa. We're
Yeah,
done.
I'm not here to argue with you about it. I'm telling you, I'm trying to give you a heads up that moving into a final hearing in this case, that concerns me. That's going to continue to concern me. And I think it's something you really ought to take a serious look at. So your attorney will talk to you about it. All right, then I'll see y'all January 27th. Have we set mediation in the case?
We have not, Your Honor.
Better get it done.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's mediate before January 15th.
Can I have a breakout room with my client, Your Honor, and then we'll just leave the meeting from there. For the hearing.
And Miss Katie will notify y'all by email who's appointed to mediate for you.
Thank you,
Yes,
Judge.
ma'am.
All right,
Thank you,
I'll
Judge.
put you up in a breakout room. Ms. Helms, you're going to get a prompt here in just a second. And I'm going to put you into room 2. And just a minute. Okay. Then you all can leave from there.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Elliott.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I'm not on this next one. Is the court ordered services case still going?
I'll put you in the waiting room. Okay, Miss Katie is I've got to step away. She's gonna get everybody brought in and then see Miss Katie if they need a breakout room.
Miss Katie, Michaela Kurtzy is going to take over for me. Can you let her in?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Mr. Graff, who are you looking for on this one? Judge Baker had to step away for a few minutes.
I should have, let me see here. Sorry, I just had that open and then I maximized. I should have Ms. Blandford, Ms.
Okay.
Thomason, and/or Ms. McGlown, as well as Ms. Valenzuela, who's the caseworker,
Okay.
and probably Melody Zuniga, the supervisor.
Got her. And there's mom. Okay, so since the judge stepped away, she wanted me to find out if anybody needed a breakout room before she comes back.
Not that I know of.
Rachel, this is Vince. I'm good to go.
Okay. All right. Well, the judge will be back shortly.
Thank you. Meredith.
Okay, I'm sorry, I haven't stepped away yet, but let me just find out, do you all have an agreement to announce, or are we going to be taking testimony?
Vince, do you
I don't know,
represent the mother?
Judge. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Vince, do you represent the mother?
Yes.
Do you think you want to do a breakout room with you and I and our clients?
I think that'd be wonderful.
Thanks.
But we got to keep it quick because I know the court's running behind.
It's fine. I've got to step away, so Miss Katie is going to get you all set up.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay. I'm going to move you guys into room 1.
This is in the interest of Noah Lloyd, Catherine Lloyd, Abigail Lloyd, and Hannah Lloyd. And this is the department versus Elizabeth McNeil and Jason Lloyd. This is a request for court-ordered service case, or otherwise known as an order to participate. And we are conducting this through Zoom. We are live streaming, and Ms. Boyd is making our record. All right, we'll go ahead and take announcements.
Morning, Judge, Counsel, Gene Graff and Alexis Valenzuela on behalf of the department. Present, ready to proceed.
Vince Nowak on behalf of the mother, Elizabeth McNeil, and Judge, I believe we have an agreement. Elizabeth, you left the room a little bit earlier, but I believe we have an agreement to work services, Judge.
Mr. Hill?
Judge, represent father. He's present. And yes, Judge, I believe we have an agreement to work services as well.
Well, with that, Judge, I guess we will dispense with testimony.
All right, and I just think, I didn't hear Ms. Zavala announce.
Oh, Stacy Zavala on behalf of the children.
Okay. All right, then. Okay, so it sounds like parents have agreed to work services. And just for the record, Mr. Groff, what are we specifically asking for parents to do?
Yes, Judge, thank you. I just reviewed that last night. We are looking for the parents to meet with FBSS and do an assessment to fine tune ultimately what the service plan looks like. But what we are asking for is that the services include, but not be limited to, counseling, participation in a parenting class, as well as any services identified that the children may need. So FBSS can kind of fine tune that, but at a minimum, that's what we're looking at. And you know, it sounds like the parents have worked with us in the past. And so my hope and expectation would be once they meet with FBSS, they can work that out. And of course, if there's any issues, they and their attorneys can raise those with us and with the court as needed.
All right. Okay. Mr. Nowak, is that you and your client's agreement?
It is, Judge.
All right, sir. Thank you. Mr. Hill?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. And Ms. Zavala?
Your Honor, that is my agreement, and I do believe it's in the best interest of the children.
All right. Excellent. Ms. Zavala, have you had any opportunity to see the children yet?
I have not yet.
Okay.
I have not attempted to.
All right. I just want to make sure that Mr. Lloyd and Ms. McNeil both understand your role. Ms. Zavala is appointed as the children's attorney. So just like you all have attorneys, so do your children. And she will be periodically needing to see the children, meet with the children, talk to the children. She could do that at school. She can do that at your home. So you need to know who she is and to be sure you respond to calls from her office. Then fully cooperate with her getting to see the kiddos and talk with them. Okay.
Good.
Okay. And just like you all are entitled to private conversation with your attorneys because it's privileged conversation, so are the children. So if Ms. Zavala is visiting, and she needs to speak privately with one or more of the children, then you need to be sure and accommodate that and be respectful of that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. So Ms. McNeil, is this your agreement? And you'll have to unmute for me.
You had a little trouble unmuting when we were in the breakout room as well, Judge, so it might just take her a
There
second.
she is. There she is.
Yes, that's fine.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. And Mr. Lloyd, is this also your agreement, sir?
Yes, it is.
All right. Appreciate you both working with us, and we hope that this will be helpful and we'll be in and out of your lives pretty quickly. All right, then. I am going to follow the agreement as announced and find that it will be beneficial to the family and to the children for parents to work these services for us, and that this hopefully will lead to a resolution where we don't have any kind of continuing danger in the home for the children. I will order the services as outlined by Mr. Groff, and then of course there may be some recommendations that come out of some of those things. And then I will see you all back for a compliance hearing, and that will be February 10th of 2026. That'll be on a 9 o'clock docket. So Ms. McNeil and Mr. Lloyd, your case may or may not be right at 9 o'clock. That's when I start a whole docket of cases. But your attorneys will know what time slot that you will need to log in. So, I try to make sure you all know that so that you don't think you have to log in right at 9. Does go out and it says the docket starts at 9, but I assure you there will be a specific time, 9:15 or 9:30 or something like that. So just stay in close touch with your attorneys and you won't have any of those problems. You'll know what to do and when to do it. All right. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you back in February.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge. And thank you to the witnesses who appeared. I appreciate your time today.
Court appreciates you as well.
Judge, that's all I have. So with your permission, I'll sign off now.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Nowak, a question on something completely unrelated.
Yes, sir.
And you'll know which case I'm referring to without me referring to it since we're on YouTube. But have you been given the identity of any substitute counsel?
No, Judge.
Okay.
And I've heard about this particular person has 10 lawyers, 5 investigators, a pocket full of clean drug tests. No, Judge. I think the court's hearing the same thing the court's heard for the last year or so.
Okay. I just wondered if any name had been tossed out to you or anything specific.
It looks like a policy you can buy through the state or through the state bar, and they might give you a lawyer. But no, Judge. And I was informed this morning that that particular client intends on being her own lawyer. I'll be there, obviously, and I know this sounds weird, but I'm looking forward to being there. And I mean, I think I can beat Daniel. We'll see. I'm always optimistic.
If that's what she directs me at trial, then I will be appointing you as backup counsel. So
yes, Judge.
All right, then we're going to take up the Miller case. Ms. Groff, I don't have your client, or are you expecting her?
No, Your Honor, she entered treatment yesterday morning and she's at Grace Manor and she is in a blackout period, so she can't appear.
All right, and I have seen your motion or your request regarding an extension today. Was that circulated to everybody else?
Yes, it was. And I didn't want to send it out until I knew that she'd actually gone. Not that anything personal to her, but just my experience in these cases. You got to wait till they actually go before you know that they did. I know that sounds a little convoluted, but some people get cold feet the last minute.
Fully understand. All right, Mr. Trout, do we need Mr. Valdez?
He was the investigator on this case, Judge. If we went through with the hearing, depending on the judge ruling, I may not need him today.
Let me bring him in.
And this is Sylvia Garcia.
Both of them are here.
She's the caseworker on it, yes.
Great, okay. This is my next question.
And Judge, I had been, just to inform the court, Ms. Groff did email me on this yesterday, about the same time it went to the court. My worker also had informed me that she had been informed mom had entered treatment yesterday. So that yesterday is the first I'd heard of this, but I was informed of all of this.
Okay. All right, let's call it and then we'll address the request for the extension here real briefly. Okay, then cause number 99516D in the interest of Oakley Miller. We're here today scheduled for our final in this case. We have a dismissal date of December 8th of this year. So we're getting very close to our dismissal date. We are conducting this through Zoom under a finding of good cause and agreement of the parties. We are live streaming, and Ms. Boyd is graciously taking our record for us today. All right, we'll go ahead and take announcements first, and then we'll deal with the matter at hand.
Daniel Trout for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. We're present ready, Your Honor.
Meredith Graff appearing for Kaylee Fletcher, the mother, and I am present and ready.
Vince Nowak on behalf of the father, Jalen Miller. We are both present and ready, Judge, and we would join in Ms. Graff's motion.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of Oakley.
All right, so Mr. Nowak, then obviously your client's got no objection to an extension. Mr. Trout, I would give you all the opportunity to at least at this point, let me know what's the department's position. I don't want a bunch of argument just yet, but what's the department's position?
Department's position at this time, Your Honor, would be opposed to it. We understand the circumstances, but at this time, we are opposed to it.
All right, and Ms. Zavala?
Your Honor, I share that same position.
All right. Okay, I'm going to allow Ms. Groff to just kind of outline their request, and I, you all may address my questions before we get back to me, but I do have some questions that I'll just tell you are based on what I've read in reports, and just some going back and reviewing some of the history of the case. So, Ms. Groff, I'll let you go ahead and just, if you want to just take a couple minutes and
sure,
outline your request.
Thank you, Your Honor. So my client has not just entered treatment. She's been on the waiting list since early October, but she had to wait for a bed, obviously. And she's also done, I think she's now done 3 of her therapy sessions. She started her parenting classes. She started the DV program on 11/6. She has her OSAR assessment scheduled for 12/3. She couldn't get it scheduled sooner. She's completed RBT. So it's not just that she entered treatment yesterday. She's actually headed into her services and she's motivated to do this. I don't know if a drug test was performed after the one the court ordered on September 23rd, but if there were, I believe that her levels would be going down from that date. She has been in communication with me, and she has been in communication with her social worker, Ms. Garcia, and we've both been working with her, with the mother, to help her accomplish these goals. And as the court might recall, when we had our hearing, that was an early final previously, she was not informed by her previous attorney that her previous attorney was transferring all of her cases, and she didn't get any contact info. And I do agree with the court that the court mentioned at that time that she could have reached out to other people, but I think we often have unsophisticated clients who don't know who to talk to. And so she just continued to try to text and call her previous attorney and got no response. So when we had court in the end of September, well, actually it was in October, it was October 23rd. She actually did not know that she had a new attorney, and that was the first time she heard. So I do believe that it is the being able to have an extension would be appropriate in this case. She has jumped in as soon as she found out she had an attorney. I visited her personally at her home. I've been in contact with her by email and telephone, and she started doing her services before she entered her treatment. So I think that it would be appropriate for her to be able to continue her services and along with her treatment, and then see where she's at in 2 or 3 months. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Groff. All right then, Mr. Nowak, anything? I'm going to just see if you've got anything to add.
I'm going to piggyback, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right then, Mr. Trout.
Yeah, department would be opposed. Parents knew the case was pending. Parents did not start working any services until the early final was set, and we appeared for that hearing at the end of September. From what I have seen, I think mom has started working some services. Was informed yesterday that she is entered rehab as of yesterday. It's a situation where, from our point of view, she's waited till the last minute to do everything. The dismissal date on this is December the 8th. She's not going to be able to complete a 30-day program by that timeline. She's probably not going to be able to finish her services by that timeline. But mom and dad both have waited till the very last minute to do anything. They are adults. They can, whether they had Ms. Groff's number or not, they knew how to get in touch with St. Francis. They knew how to get in touch with the department. They could have started this whole process earlier, in which they should have started earlier, in order to work to get their child back. And they just didn't do that. They waited till now to try to push for more time. They've had almost a full year to get this done and have not done anything yet. So our position at this time is to oppose the extension, Your Honor.
Ms. Zavala, I understand you're opposed. When you go ahead and tell me what you want to tell me, and then I do have questions.
Your Honor, I'm opposed for the exact same reasons laid out by Mr. Trout, and I think he's covered all of that.
All right, so here are my questions. First of all, child is in a kinship placement, correct? Right. Relatives?
Yes, great grandmother.
All right, great grandmother. Is great grandmother a long-term placement?
Yes, Your Honor.
How old is great grandmother?
Ooh, somebody else may have the exact number. I want to say 68.
Ms. Garcia, Ms. Garcia, do you have the age?
I do not have her exact age, but I would say that it's very close to what Ms. Zavala is stating.
All right, and we have an infant.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next question is from reviewing prior notes and then court report and everything. Does anybody dispute that mom was held up going to rehab because there was nowhere for her to go? There wasn't a bed available.
No, Judge.
Judge, I can't dispute it or confirm it. You know, that's what I have been told. I have no knowledge of the working facts of that, but from what Ms. Groff told me, she did sign up for it in October, and that's what I have to go on. I don't know if my worker has any more information on that, but according to mom's attorney, that is by the information I have.
Ms. Garcia, has the situation been she's been waiting on a bed for rehab?
Yes, Your Honor. This was the first available bed, and she has been waiting every day. And I know from some other cases where I have clients who are who either just got into treatment or looking to get into treatment, that there is a bed shortage here in the Panhandle. I know one client, not this one, but another one, was told that she needed to go to Dallas because there was nothing available in the Panhandle, not even down in Lubbock area. So I think that is an issue that we ought to take up with the legislature. We do have a problem here in our community. We need more beds, and and there's a drug problem in our community. So, but this was the first day that she could actually go, or yesterday was the first day she could actually go, and she did go, and was waiting for a month and a half to around a month and a half to get this bed. So it was not her delay as of the time that she applied for the bed to get that inpatient spot.
Ms. Garcia, is that the same information you have?
Yes, it is. So she had made attempts to go into other facilities and look at other programs. There was some type of confusion with her Medicaid. So she thought that she had Medicaid. And so the other facilities were basically telling them that they had a limited amount of patients that they could take with Medicaid. So that's why there was such a delay on it. Finally, I was able to get with her on the phone, and we were able to call Grace Manor in Lubbock, and I was able to let them know that she actually did not have Medicaid, so that's why they were able to get her in sooner, and the soonest date they had was November 12th.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so folks, just for everyone's edification, it is a problem in the Panhandle. It's a problem with all service providers in the Panhandle. That is also true throughout the state of Texas, not just here. Most rural communities are suffering the same issues and problems that we are about service providers. I will tell you that there's been a great deal of discussion about that recently with the judiciary and the Children's Commission, and the overwhelming feeling is that the burden falls on the state and the contractors, St. Francis in our situation, to providers, poor sentence, sorry, to the clients that we are serving. So the shortage of those providers is no fault of the parents. And, as you all know, we're routinely having parents having to wait several months, up to 3-4 months, just to get into individual counseling. Sometimes it's worse than that. But not, and no comment on what my personal position is about that, but we are obligated to try to provide these things for the folks that come before us. I'm going to grant the extension. Had mother been able to enter rehab 6 weeks ago, she very well might have successfully completed. I know there's no way to know that, but the fact remains, it's possible that she would have completed, and by statute, she would have been absolutely entitled to an extension in the case today. based on her completion of a successful completion of rehab, whether she finished anything else or not. She has demonstrated to me over the last, say, 6 weeks that she is somewhat committed to this process because she has done some other services while she's been waiting. All right. I think we did have a recent drug screen on her. Looks like maybe filed back in October 31st.
She went the day she was ordered after court, Your Honor.
That is the most recent one, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah. Okay. And it's a positive, but I don't think that probably cousins is a shock to anybody, but you know, I think that we have got to err on the side of preserving the parent-child relationship, and the child is with family. And so, you know, I don't find that extending and granting that 6 months, you know, is going to significantly change, you know, best interest of the child right now. So I'm going to grant it. Mr. Nowak, your client may just be very lucky that he's getting to coattail this. Mr. Miller, you need to get busy.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not just mom we're talking about here today.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you want to be a part of your child's life, you know, you got some work to do.
Yes, ma'am.
And all I can tell you is listen to your attorney's advice. He will give you good advice. He will give you sound advice. And if you listen to what he's telling you, this may be successful for you. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Jalen, that advice is going to come about 5 minutes after this hearing ends, so answer my phone, please, sir.
Yes, sir. Will do.
Thank you. Thanks, Judge.
Right. Ms. Groff, I'm glad that you were in good communication with Ms. Fletcher. That's obviously clearly beneficial to her. So I hope that will remain as she works her way through her program, and as soon as she is able to talk with you, that she will. Let me just ask Ms. Garcia, are you on a list where she can be contacted right now?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Because of that, I will impose on you and ask you to communicate to her the fact the case was extended and how important it is that she completes this rehab, and that she too really needs to light a fire and get busy.
Yes, I will do that too.
Okay. Ms. Katie, have we looked at any next hearing dates and a final hearing date? And then do we have a new dismissal date?
New dismissal would be June 5th of 2026.
Okay. And we're going to go ahead and conduct a short review hearing in just a minute.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, well, let's see, so she's saying March 10th at 9 for our next review. And then the final will be June 2nd, 26 at 9. So I fully appreciate the department and Ms. Zavala's concerns in this case, and I am not by any means diminishing those concerns nor the court's concerns. But you know, if we just can't timely provide parent services, I just don't think they can be penalized for that.
Yes,
so that's where we are. That's our reality. Okay. Then Ms. Garcia, if you will raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear you'll tell the truth today?
Yes, I do.
All right, we'll go ahead and do a review hearing. If you want to let us know anything new since the court report was filed, other than we obviously know about mom.
Your Honor, before she starts, Mr. Valdez won't be needed, since we're not going through the final. If we could cut him loose and let him get on about his day.
You bet, Mr. Valdez. Appreciate your time and your patience. You're free to go, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
All right, Ms. Garcia, you can go right ahead.
Judge, besides what has already been discussed, I don't have any other updates.
Ms. Garcia, what about Dad? Anything new on him?
No, there is not. He is signed up for the rational training therapy session with Troy Timmons, and that is set for November 19th. But either than that, we just need to get his services going. And it has been a bit of, it's hard because they only have one phone. So most of all the services that they need to do is through Zoom or any type of online services. So it makes it hard when they only just have one phone.
Okay. Is Mom's program that she went into, is it a 30-day program, 60, 45? What is it?
It's 28 days.
28 days. Okay. So she went in yesterday. So right now, Dad's the only one that has the phone, correct?
That's correct.
So for the next 28 days, he's the only one that will have that phone.
Correct.
Okay. So in the next month, he should be able to get some things knocked out and set up.
That's correct.
Okay. All right. Sorry, go ahead. Anything else?
No, that's everything.
Okay. Do we need any drug screens from Dad? I think he went in September. Has he gone since?
He did go in October, but we do need one for November.
Okay. You need hair follicle or just UA or both?
Hair follicle and UA.
Your Honor, we'd ask for a hair follicle and UA on Mr. Miller today.
All right, so noted. I probably will give him until noon tomorrow just because of the time of day.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ms. Garcia, anything else to update the court or to request today?
No, that's everything.
Okay. I'll pass witness, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, I'm muted. Mr. Miller, can you get to drug screen before noon tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Because of the time of day, I'm going to give you that little bit of additional time to go and get screened. Do you have transportation? It looks like you're in a vehicle.
Yes, ma'am. I have transportation.
All right. So be sure and be there. Even if it's going to be positive, okay? Let's go do it so we know what we're dealing with and know what we need to do. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Okay. Ms. Croft, do you have any questions for Ms. Garcia?
I do not, but I do want to let her and the court know that once the blackout period is done, it's my plan to go down and visit my client at Grace Manor so that I can continue to encourage and support her in her sobriety and the services she needs to do when she gets out. I want to keep her on a short leash. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I know, having worked with clients in this situation over the last 8 years, that having close contact and letting them know that I'm here for her, letting her know I'm here for her is really important. So that's my plan. And I will give Ms. Garcia any information that would be helpful to her after I meet with my client down in Lubbock.
Okay, Ms. Graff, just be aware you may need to seek prior approval for payment if you're going to be traveling or and billing the county for any of those expenses. If there's an alternate way to communicate with her, you may need to do that.
What I'll do is just make it a personal trip and go to Costco and things like that, and that way I don't have to. I'll log it, but won't expect payment. Thank you.
Well, I would expect it for your time. So, and if I can give you my Costco list, I'd be happy to do.
Feel free. I got a car with a seat that can go down. I can fill it up. Just let me know.
All right, I appreciate
Your
it.
Honor, if I may, I apologize. There's a question asked earlier about if mom had drug screened other than September. I spoke over Ms. Garcia on that. Parents did drug screen to end of October. Those, according to the report, are still pending. So we don't have the results back on those. But they did test in September and October, but we don't have the results back.
Okay, so what's filed is not the last screen.
Correct, Your Honor. And that's what I was looking at. I apologize.
All right, good. I'm gonna make a correction to my notes then. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Nowak.
No questions, Judge. Thank you.
All right. Ms. Zavala, do you have any questions?
I have no questions, Your Honor.
All right, then. Okay, Ms. Groff, anything further today?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Nowak.
Nothing, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, and Ms. Zavala, recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. I got to meet with Oakley in Grandma's house the other day. She's doing great. She's really thriving there. I do recommend that placement continue.
All right, thank you. All right, let's see. All right, then I do find the extraordinary circumstances exist and have granted the extension, and will set the new dismissal date of June 5th of 2026. Our next review hearing is March 10th, 2026 at 9. The final June 2nd, 2026 at 9. I am going to order Mr. Miller, like I said earlier, to submit to a hair and a UA drug screen before noon tomorrow. I would find a continuing danger to return the child to parents. At this time, we will continue the department as temporary managing conservator, and we will continue the child's current placement. And when those drug screens come in, if y'all be sure and get them filed as soon as you can.
Yes, ma'am.
And then Ms. Groff, Ms. Garcia then can communicate to your client at least about what's happened today. So she'll be aware of that. So, all right, then I really appreciate everybody's time. I know everybody's all dressed up and ready to go on these deals, but it's just one of those things, and it's just sort of our new normal here until we can get beefed up on providers.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I appreciate everybody. Thank y'all. I believe our Ruiz case has been moved, so I think that's the last thing on our docket. So everybody's free to go, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Ms. Boyd, thank you so much again. Really appreciate your help. All right, thank y'all.
Judge, thank you so much. Jalen, I'll be calling you, my friend.
All right.
Thank you.
I'll answer that phone call.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Right. Later.
Thank you, Judge.